Mathura district claimed the lives of at least 4 people and left more than 20 others injured in the early hours of today. Notably, the tragic crash occurred in the morning near milestone 112 under the Raya police station limits, when a speeding Volvo bus carrying around 65 passengers rammed into the rear of a trailer truck. The bus, operated by Gola Bus Service, was travelling from Lucknow towards Delhi and Noida when the collision took place. And according to the police, the trailer loaded with gravel was moving in its designated lane on the expressway when the speeding bus approached from behind and crashed into it with tremendous force. The impact was so severe that the front portion of the bus was crushed by nearly 8 feet, trapping several passengers inside the mangled vehicle. The accident triggered panic among passengers, many of whom were asleep when the collision occurred. Eyewitnesses said that the crash was so powerful that several passengers were thrown from their seats, while others became trapped between the twisted metal. In one of the most horrifying scenes, the body of one victim was left hanging out of a window after the impact. Upon receiving information, police teams along with personnel from the State Disaster Response Force, Fire Service and emergency medical teams rushed to the accident site. Rescue operations began immediately, with officials breaking windows and forcing open doors to pull out trapped passengers. Well, in some cases, gas cutters had to be used in order to cut through the damaged bus and rescue victims trapped inside the wreckage. Authorities also created a green corridor in order to ensure ambulances could transport the injured to the hospitals without any delay. The victims were rushed primarily to Mathura District Hospital, where doctors immediately began treatment. And according to the hospital officials, around 24 injured passengers were admitted, while some with serious injuries were later referred to the hospitals in Agra and Delhi for specialized treatment. Doctors said that 2 to 3 passengers suffered severe fractures, including femur injuries, but the majority of the injured are currently reported to be in stable condition. Mathura Superintendent of Police Suresh Chandra Rawat confirmed that 4 passengers died on the spot, while more than 20 others sustained injuries. He said that preliminary findings indicate that the accident was caused by overspeeding and possible driver negligence while attempting to overtake the trailer. However, the exact cause of the accident will be established only after the investigation is completed. SP Rawat said that the trailer was travelling in the third lane of the expressway when the bus, travelling at high speed, failed to maintain a safe distance and slammed into it from the behind. Police have also registered a case and launched a detailed investigation into the incident. And among those injured were passenger Preeti Srivastava, who was travelling with her husband and 2 children from Lucknow to Faridabad. She recalled that the bus had stopped at a roadside dhaba around 30 minutes before the accident. And shortly after resuming its journey, she noticed that the bus moving at a high speed and swerving on the road. And within moments, the bus crashed into the trailer, throwing passengers from their seats. And she said that fellow passengers broke the glass of the emergency exit at the rear of the coach in order to help rescue all those trapped inside before the emergency teams arrived. Police said that nearly 35 to 40 passengers either escaped unhurt or sustained only minor injuries. They were later shifted to other buses and sent onward to their respective destinations after receiving medical attention. The identities of the 4 deceased are yet to be officially confirmed, and police are working in order to identify them and inform their families. Authorities have assured that every effort is being made in order to provide assistance to the victims and their relatives. The accident briefly disrupted traffic movement on the Yamuna Expressway as rescue operations continued for several hours. Police later cleared the damaged vehicles from the carriageway and restored normal traffic flow. Well, the tragic incident has once again raised serious concerns over road safety and overspeeding on the Yamuna Expressway, one of the country's busiest high-speed corridors. Authorities have repeatedly urged drivers to adhere to the speed limits and maintain safe distances, especially during night travel, in order to prevent such devastating accidents in the near future. Well, as the investigations continue, officials hope the findings will help determine the exact sequence of events and whether negligence or any other factor contributed to the fatal collision.
जनपद मथुरा के थाना राया में यमुना एक्सप्रेस वे पर माइलस्टोन संख्या 112 जो कि आगरा से नोएडा की तरफ जा रहा है, राया कट से 2 किलोमीटर पहले एक सड़क दुर्घटना हुई है, जिसमें एक ट्रेलर जो है जिसमें गिट्टी लोड थी वो अपनी थर्ड लेन में जा रहा था। पीछे से एक वोल्वो बस है, गोला बस सर्विस, जो कि लखनऊ से यात्री इसमें चढ़े थे। जिसमें लगभग 65 यात्री सवार थे। उसकी ओवर स्पीड के कारण उस ड्राइवर ने पीछे से उसमें टक्कर मारा है। वो बस लगभग 2 से 2.5 मीटर वो ट्रेलर के अंदर घुस गई थी, जिसमें 3:35 पर सूचना पुलिस कंट्रोल को प्राप्त हुई थी। तत्काल मौके पर 8 पीआरबी और लगभग 12 के आसपास एम्बुलेंस भेजी गई और घटना स्थल से अस्पताल तक के लिए ग्रीन कॉरिडोर बनाया गया। सभी जो यहाँ पर घायल हुए थे उनको तत्काल अस्पताल के लिए भेजा गया है, जिसमें से 4 व्यक्तियों की मृत्यु हो गई है और 19 लोग घायल हैं जिनका अस्पताल में उपचार चल रहा है। उनकी स्थिति बहुत ज़्यादा सीरियस नहीं है। ये बस जो लखनऊ से और दिल्ली के लिए जा रही थी, ये बस चालक की लापरवाही कारण एक दुर्घटना हुई है। तत्काल मौके पर हमारी फायर सर्विस और एसडीआरएफ की टीम और प्रशासन की पूरी टीम यहाँ पर पहुँची। सभी घायलों को भेजा जा चुका है। मौके पर ट्रैफिक पूरा चल रहा है और मलबा को हटा के स्थिति को
That's all for now. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment and subscribe to the channel.